Hey, what's up everybody? It's Sonic Sound of Doom. It's been a while. I recently acquired some amps, that Randall RG100 Classic. Well, that's got some pot issues, some scratching I can take care of, but sounds pretty good. But what I wanted to show you was this Peavey VTX Series MX head, built-in case, all original. I have the front and backs for it in my garage. This is a 130 watt tube amp. Has a solid state preamp section. This is gonna be my first time powering it up. I have no idea what it sounds like. It has a master reverb, EQ, presence. High is pull for thickness, I guess. Mid, low. You've got a pre-normal gain pull switch there, and lead gain, post saturation, and a pull bright pre there, and high gain, low gain inputs. We're gonna try out the high gain input as a standby with low and high power. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing you can get half the power. You know, go down to like 65 watts or something like that for the low power, I'm guessing. I could read the manual, but let's fire this thing up, see what it does. Ooh, you can hear the fan. I didn't even know this thing had a fan until I looked the other day. I'm guessing all the white and gray there is from cigarette smoke from the 80s. I think these things were built in the 70s and early 80s or something like that. I also acquired a old 1975 Peavey 412, which will be a summer project. I'm going to rebuild that. But in a second, I'll fire this up and see what it sounds like. It has, if it'll focus, all 4 original Peavey power tubes, 6L6 tubes. You hear the fan purring in there. Tubes look good, have a good glow. You've got preamp out and in here, power amp in, preamp out. Remote switch, which I don't have, I'll have to find one. 2 speaker connections. Ground lift, and fuse. I'm going into my orange PPC 412 loaded with V30. So in a second, I'm gonna see how this thing actually sounds. I'll be using my trustworthy LTD Viper RM600 with a Seymour Duncan Invader. All right, here's some clean. Turn the pre up. Oh my goodness. Let's put that in standby. Let's check low power. Well, that's the VTX MX head. Definitely needs to be serviced, but I can tell that it's going to sound awesome. Well, that's it for the VTX MX head. Obviously, like I said, it definitely needs to be serviced, so I will definitely need to reach out to somebody. This amp kicks butt, you can tell. I was on 1.5 of the post. I learned that the saturation really, I mean, I'm gonna crank that, it sounded awesome. A lot of noise from over here, so I'm hoping that can get fixed. I left well, this didn't do anything for me. I don't know if it should have. Maybe that was for the low gain. Low, I had turned up a bit, which I liked. The mid, I actually found it sounded really great here, around 6. And I left this high end, pulling it out. I did not like that sound. And the presence I had cranked. I thought it sounded really good. The clean is awesome on this. I definitely need to find a foot switch so you can go in between the clean and the high gain. But this thing sounds awesome. It's one of those things, if you're in a doom band, you know, you don't have to settle for these really expensive, I mean, you can get a solid state orange, you know, for a really good deal, but you don't have to go for the super expensive amps. You can find these. This one can certainly hold its own with 130 watts, so hope to find a tech that can help me out here, because this one's definitely a keeper. I like it, man. All right.